Shall we start, sister? Sister, can we start? Good afternoon to everyone present here for this national level 5-day faculty development program on Understanding NEP 2020, shifting focus from knowledge transmission to skill development, organized by IPAC of Stella College of Education, Chennai, in collaboration with Sri Vidhya College of Arts and Science, Virudhunagar. We are happy that we have gathered here for the fourth day for a session with Dr. K. Sheila, Assistant Professor of Education from Stella College of Education, Chennai, to share her knowledge insights on bridging the gap, 20th century skills and industry academia collaboration. I now invite Mrs. Daphne Pinky, Assistant Professor of Commerce and Economics from Stella College of Education, to deliver the formal welcome address.
Good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of Stella Matutina College of Education and Sri Vidhya College of Arts and Science, It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the national level 5-day faculty development program on understanding NEP 2020, shifting focus from knowledge transmission to skill development. Today's session is especially significant as we explore one of the most essential dimensions of NEP 2020, bridging the gap between 21st century skills and industry academia collaboration. As educators, it is a collective responsibility to ensure that our learners are equipped not just with knowledge, but with the competencies, creativity, and adaptability required to thrive in a rapidly changing world. We are honored, privileged to welcome today's esteemed resource person, Dr. K. A. Sheila, Assistant Professor of Education, Stella Matutina College of Education, Chennai. Ma'am is an accomplished academician and a dedicated educator with over 20 years of rich professional experience. She holds three master degrees in physics, English literature, and education, and has been awarded a PhD in education from Manonmaniam Sundarnad University. Her leadership roles include serving as a principal of a college of education for nearly 12 years, guiding 3 MEds and 8 MPhil scholars, presenting and participating in numerous seminars and conferences, convening national seminars, and contributing significantly to academic literature through her authored and co-authored books. Ma'am expertise spans teacher training, digital literacy, modern pedagogical practices, and the integration of emerging technologies in education. Her commitment to empowering educators and transforming classroom practices makes her the perfect resource person for today's theme. Ma'am, we are truly delighted to have you with us. Your presence enriches this FDP, and we eagerly look forward to gaining valuable insights from your session. Once again, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to Dr. K. A. Sheila, all distinguished participants, faculty members, and organizers. Let us look forward to an inspiring and enlightening session ahead. Thank you. Once again, I welcome everyone.
Thank you, Daphne ma'am, for your warm words of welcome. I now hand over the session to Dr. K. A. Sheila, Assistant Professor of Education from Stella Matna College of Education, to enlighten us on bridging the gap, 21st century skills and industry academia collaboration. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Manke.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. I sincerely thank our respected college secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Ruby Alangara Mary, and Principal in charge, Sister Dr. Irdaya Mary, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all for being here today. I am delighted to address such a crucial gathering of academic leaders and future-focused strategists. We are gathered to discuss one of the most critical challenges facing our economy and our educational institutions today, the employability gap. We often hear two contradictory complaints. Graduates say there are no jobs, and employers say there is no talent. Both are true, and this is the paradox we need to solve. The title of my presentation is simple, yet its mission is monumental: bridging the gap, 21st century skills and industry academia collaboration. We are living through a period of unprecedented economic turbulence and technological acceleration. In every corner of the globe, the question is the same. Are we preparing our students for the world we have or for the world that is coming? Over the next hour, we aren't just going to admire the problem. We are going to deconstruct the 21st century skills required for the future of work, and more importantly, lay out a strategic roadmap for how industry and academia can stop operating in compartments and start building bridges. Today, we confront a paradox that cost our economies crores, a talent famine in the midst of a graduate surplus. Our objective today is to understand why this gap exists and critically to construct a practical strategy to close it through genuine, sustainable collaboration. NEP 2020 is essentially India's blueprint for building a future ready education system, and it integrates the 21st century skills. We will look at how 21st century skills and industry academia collaboration aren't just buzzwords, they are the survival kit for the modern student. Here is our roadmap for the next hour. We will start by diagnosing the problem, the global skills crisis. Then we will deconstruct the solution, the specific skills our students need. We will frankly discuss why the disconnect between schools and companies exists. And finally, I will leave you with four concrete models of collaboration and a roadmap to implementation. The world is in transition. We are operating in an environment of accelerating complexity. We are seeing a fundamental shift driven by three forces. Look at the key drivers. First, automation. If a job is routine, a machine will soon do it. If a task is predictable, it will be automated. This isn't sci fi, it is happening in every factory and back office. Second, digitalization. Every company, from a bank to a farm, is now a tech company. The line between tech company and non tech company has dissolved. Every organization needs data scientists, not just data entry clerks. Third, sustainability. The green economy is creating roles that didn't exist 5 years ago. This isn't just an environmental issue, it is an economic mandate creating entirely new sectors in ESG, that is, environmental, social, and governance, and circular economy and green energy. And the bottom line is the implication. We are preparing students for a volatile market where adaptability is the only currency that matters. This requires us to train T shaped professionals, individuals with deep expertise, the vertical bar of the T, but broad knowledge across disciplines, the horizontal bar. The 21st century workforce demands breadth and depth simultaneously. This is the great paradox. This volatility has created a paradox. Let us reiterate the central tension. We have a quarter of the global workforce struggling to find qualified talent, while educational systems struggle to demonstrate graduate relevance. This is a failure of system alignment, not a failure of intelligence. We are preparing students to graduate smart, but not to graduate valuable. We have lakhs of graduates holding degrees, but no jobs. Yet, look at the stream. I want to hold this number in your mind. 75% talent shortage. 75% of employers globally cannot find the talent they need. How can we have a surplus of people and a shortage of talent at the same time? It is because we are mass producing graduates with yesterday's skills for tomorrow's jobs. Is it a lack of programmers or a lack of programmers who can also communicate the business value of their code? It is usually the latter. This shows the future of the jobs report 2025. The World Economic Forum backs this up. Look at the chart. This slide shows future of the jobs report 2025 and highlights key findings regarding business transformation and future skills attributed to the World Economic Forum WEF. Here you can see four distinct most significant factors driving change in business, along with the percentage of businesses they are expected to impact. Number one, big data and AI. What is big data? In simple terms, big data refers to data sets that are so large, complex, and rapidly changing the traditional data processing software and techniques are inadequate to capture, manage, and process them within a reasonable time. So here, the big data and AI is presented as the most significant driver, impacting 86% of the business. This emphasizes the critical role that data analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence will play in reshaping industries and job roles. The second one is digital access. This is the second largest driver affecting 60% of businesses. This likely refers to the increased penetration of digital technologies, connectivity, and online services, making them essential for business operations and customer reach. The third is green transition, impacting 52% of business. This highlights the growing importance of sustainability, climate change mitigation, and the shift towards environment friendly practices and renewable energy across all sectors. The fourth one is e commerce, the fourth driver listed affecting 40% of business. This underscores the continued and accelerating shift of commerce from physical to online platforms. A critical conclusion is provided at the bottom of the slide. 39% of core skills will change by 2030. This is a significant statistics indicating that a substantial portion of the fundamental abilities required for job performance will need to be updated or replaced within the next few years. This points to a massive need for reskilling and upskilling initiatives. If the curriculum is a static roadmap, we are failing. We need to install a GPS system in our students that allows them to reroute instantly when the road changes. That GPS is the 21st century skills framework. If you are teaching a student strictly how to use a specific piece of software today, you are failing them. That software will be gone in 5 years. We need to teach them how to learn the new software when it arrives. So, what do we teach? We use the 21st century skills framework. It is a holistic approach categorized into three pillars. The learning skills, that four C's. Four C's are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. In short, we can say how they think. The learning skills are explained as how they think. The literacy skills, IMT. IMT refers to information, media, and technology. How they interact. Then life skills. Flips defines as flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. How they survive as professionals. So these are the three pillars or three type of skills needed in the 21st century framework. So this framework provides our shared blueprint. We are targeting three pillars of competence. We need to move beyond defining these as nice to haves and recognize them as core performance metrics. Let us start with the cognitive foundation, the four C's. The four C's are the engine of adaptability. These are the skills that separate students who can navigate complexity from those who cannot. Critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. These are the skills that allow a new hire to tackle an unprecedented business problem rather than just execute a standard operating procedure. These are not soft skills. I hate that term. These are the power skills. They are the hardest skills to automate. They are the cognitive skills that automation cannot replicate. Now let us go a little deep into the four C's. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is the immune system against misinformation. It is the ability to evaluate a problem, not just solve it. In a workplace, it means looking at a broken supply chain or a declining sales graph and identifying the root cause, not just the symptom. It is the ability to make data driven decisions rather than gut feeling choices. An engineering team receives data showing material failure. A non critical thinker finds the equation that fixes the material specification. A critical thinker asks, did we use the correct testing parameters? Is the data clean? Is the underlying assumption about material stress valid? We must shift grading away from simply rehearsing facts to evaluating data synthesis and argumentative structure, that is, from level 1 to level 3 to 4. This requires project based assessments and case studies, not multiple choice exams. Creativity is often misunderstood. We aren't talking about painting a picture. In business, innovation is the implementation of creativity. It is looking at a standard process and asking, is there a better, faster, cheaper way to do this? We need engineers, accountants, and managers who think like designers. Creativity is the engine of competitive advantage. If your business model is easily copied, you lose. For example, when Netflix was founded, it was creative simply because it challenged the assumption that physical DVDs needed physical stores. That was creativity applied to logistics. Now, what do you think about teaching creativity? This isn't taught by drawing. It is taught by providing ambiguous problems and rewarding diverse solutions, fostering a culture of psychological safety where students feel comfortable proposing bad ideas because innovation often starts with a bad idea. The days of the lone wolf genius is over. Look at this image. Diverse teams are the norm. You cannot have effective collaboration without superior communication. Collaboration is about working with people you may not agree with to achieve a shared goal. Collaboration in the modern age means working with remote teams across time zones and often with cultural differences. It demands high emotional intelligence. Communication is the vehicle of collaboration. It is not just talking, it is articulating complex ideas simply and listening actively. Communication must be audience aware. Can an engineer explain the bug fix to the CEO? Can the marketing student write a legal brief? This is about translating complexity into simplicity for different stakeholders. This is taught through mandatory cross departmental projects. Now, this is the pillar 2. Next, we have the literacy skills for the information age. In the age of AI, literacy is paramount. Paramount means more important than anything else. Information literacy. Can a student distinguish a fact from an opinion? We are drowning in data. Students must be able to verify sources, understand the difference between correlational and causal relationships, and combat their own cognitive biases. The second literacy skill is media literacy. Do they understand why a message was published? This is about understanding the platform. How does the algorithm filter the news? How does social media affect public opinion? Then the third one is technology literacy. This goes beyond using TikTok. It is understanding the ethics, security, and mechanism behind the technology they use every day. This is moving beyond being a consumer to being a conscious user. Understanding basic cybersecurity, data privacy laws, and the ethical implications of AI. Now, the pillar 3, life skills, flips. Finally, the life skills flips. These are the true indicators of career longevity, the professional polish. The first one is flexibility. Can you pivot when the plan changes? The average tenure in a tech job is shrinking. Students will change careers multiple times. We must teach them how to handle setbacks, manage stress, and rapidly unlearn old skills. This connects directly to emotional intelligence. And the second skill is leadership. Can you inspire a team? Defined not by a management, but by the ability to influence without formal power, organize sources, and take accountability. The third skill is initiative. Do you wait for orders or do you act? Companies don't hire people to be told what to do. They hire people to solve problems they don't yet know exist. Rewarding initiative in academic projects is crucial. And the next skill is productivity. Can you manage your time? Are you effective at achieving goals efficiently? This involves mastering time management, prioritizing tasks, and focusing on high impact work. The modern workplace requires individuals who can maximize their output while minimizing wasted effort and distractions. The last one is social skills. Can you network? Can you build and maintain professional relationships? This goes beyond simply meeting people. It involves effective communication, collaboration, empathy, and the ability to navigate group dynamics. Strong social skills are essential for team success, accessing opportunities, and effective negotiation. These are often what get you promoted. If these skills are so important, why aren't students graduating with them? Sorry. If these skills are so important, why aren't students graduating with them? Look at the table. It shows the fundamental DNA difference between academia and industry. The problem isn't malice, it is misalignment. Let us look at the systemic difference. Academia focuses on knowledge creation, industry on profit. Academia moves in semesters, industry moves in weeks. We grade on memorization, they grade on deliverables. We are running two different operating systems and they aren't talking to each other. When we look into the focus and time, universities must preserve knowledge across centuries. Companies must perform quarterly. When academia prioritizes tenure based on obscure publications over industry engagement, the system prioritizes stability over relevance. And how does the reward system work? Industry rewards market value and immediate problem solving. Academia rewards rigor and theoretical contribution. We must find a way to reward faculty members who successfully bridge this gap, perhaps through joint tenure track appointments or industry funded research chairs. When a course uses case studies that are 10 years old, the student learns history, not practice. We must update the syllabus delivery method. Why is the gap so wide? This mismatch creates barriers. This gap is because of inertia, that is, resistance to change. We are not ready to change. Let us discuss some of the structural barriers. One of the barriers is curriculum lag. It takes 2 years to change a syllabus. By then, the technology has changed. This is the most critical technical barrier. We need mechanisms for just-in-time curriculum updates, perhaps through modular stackable credits rather than monolithic 4-year program. Faculty isolation. Many professors haven't worked in the industry for decades. We must create mandatory industry immersion programs for faculty, not just students. Let a business law professor spend a summer embedded in a corporate legal team. Their teaching transforms instantly. Assessment modules. We need to replace rote exams with authentic assessment like defense of a portfolio, presentations to a board of industry judges, or creating a minimum viable product. Then silos, or we can say compartments. We rarely talk to each other. This leads us to the inevitable conclusion: we cannot solve this in isolation. What is the solution? The solution is strategic collaboration, not just a signature on a piece of paper, but deep transformative partnership. The answer is not a single project, but a continuum of engagement. We move from simple interactions to full ecosystem interaction. Now let us discuss four models based on the strategic collaboration. Model 1, curriculum co-design. This model 1 fixes the root, the curriculum. This model is about governance. We need industry advisory boards that actually have teeth. Don't just ask industry to review the curriculum after it is written. Bring them in before. Ask them, what tools are you using, what software, what methodologies, etc. When we talk about the industry advisory board, they must be active participants, not just names on a letterhead. They should meet quarterly with specific mandate, approve or reject the relevance of 25% of the next semester's module content. If the industry uses Agile and we teach waterfall, we are failing. Co-design ensures relevance. By teaching an outdated methodology like waterfall method, when the market demands a modern one like Agile method, the institutions are failing to equip students with the relevant in-demand skills. This leaves graduates unprepared and reduces their value to employers. What do you mean by co-design? Designing a curriculum collaboratively with the industry partners. Now, the outdated training leads to failed outcomes, and the only way to avoid this is by directly partnering with industry to build truly relevant educational programs. Skill mapping needs to be done. The AIB, that is Industry Advisory Board, helps map every course outcome directly to a 21st century skill. If a course doesn't contribute to one of the 10 core skills, its purpose must be justified or it should be retired. The key deliverable is that a living curriculum document needs to be updated annually, not once in 5 years. Model 2 is about getting hands-on. We must demand quality experience. Let us look into the metrics for success. First, internships. A successful internship must include a formal mentorship structure and a final professional presentation to the hiring manager. This should be graded for academic credit, integrating theory and practice. Internships expose students to culture, how to dress, how to speak, how to be on time, etc. Next is the power of apprenticeships. Look at the image. An apprenticeship is structured, paid, and long term. Students cycle through multiple departments, gaining deep organizational knowledge. They are high value hires from day one. Apprenticeships are even better than internships. They are long term. A student almost spends 6 months studying and 6 months working. They graduate as semi professionals, not just students. The micro credentials are: industry can issue verifiable digital badges for specific skills, example, specific cloud certification. These are immediate market signals that enhance the student's degree. Model 3 brings the real world into the classroom. Project-based learning is the ultimate test of the 4 Cs. Capstone projects. What are they? A capstone project is a comprehensive, multifaceted academic assignment that typically serves as the culminating experience for the students at the end of a degree program like a bachelor's or master's. So these capstone projects, instead of a theoretical final project, ask a local company for a problem they can't solve, like fix our inventory system, redesign our website. The company provides a problem statement, a real current business challenge. Students work in for 6 months. The output isn't a paper, it is a minimum viable solution. Hackathons. These are the intensive short-term innovation events sponsored by the companies. And the business impact is the students solve it for credit, the company gets free consulting, the student gets a portfolio piece that wins job interviews. For industry, this is low-cost R&D, research and development. For students, it is the ultimate interview tool. They walk in and say, I already solved X problem for a company like yours. And how is the grading to be done? Projects are graded 50% by the faculty on theoretical rigor and 50% by the industry partner on business utility and professional communication. Model 4 is the advanced level, joint research and innovation. This is the frontier of collaboration, establishing centers of excellence or innovation hubs. These are physically located labs or digital collaboration spaces focused on one area. Industry provides funding and live data sets. The university provides the researchers. Imagine a lab on campus funded by a corporation. Students work there, faculty research there. It solves industry problems while advancing academic knowledge. It turns the university into an economic engine. And the incubation centers. These are supporting student startups with corporate mentorship. And joint PhDs, research degrees where the candidates work on industrial R&D. And the impact is it solves the industry problems while advancing academic knowledge. And joint IP. The resulting patents and commercialization revenues are shared, creating a sustainable financial model for both parties. This is how research translates directly into economic output. Why should we do this? Because everyone wins. This slide shows the win-win-win scenario, which describes the mutual benefits achieved when students, academia, and industry collaborate effectively, typically through programs like internships, industry-sponsored projects, or curriculum partnership. First win is the students. The group gains practical, career-focused advantages that bridge the gap between education and employment. Job-ready skills. Students acquire hands-on experience and competencies that are directly relevant to current industrial demands, making them valuable employees from day one. They build contacts with industry professionals, mentors, and future colleagues, which is crucial for career opportunities and long-term development. With the relevant experience and the professional network, graduates become highly attractive candidates, leading to quicker job placement after graduation. Second win is the academia. Educational institutions benefit by enhancing their reputation, relevance, and resources. Successful student employment boosts the institution's reputation and appeal to prospective students. Strong industry ties can lead to research grants, corporate donations, and projects funding, providing essential financial support. Collaboration ensures that Academic programs stay current with technology and market trends, making the education more valuable and meaningful to students and employers. The third win is the industry. Business and organizations benefit by securing talent and improving their operations. Access to talent pipeline, that is, they gain yearly access to a pool of pre-trained, vetted, and motivated students who can be transitioned directly into full-time roles, significantly improving the quality of new hires. Hiring directly from partnership programs reduces the time, money, and effort spent on sourcing, screening, and basic training of new employees. Students and academics often bring fresh perspectives, new research findings, and cutting edge knowledge to industry challenges, fostering information innovation within the company. In short, the win 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 scenario creates a vicious cycle. Industry supports academia to produce relevant skills, which helps students get jobs, which in turn feeds industry with skilled talent and improve the reputation and resources of academia. Why should we do this? Because everyone wins. We have established the value proposition. This is a cyclical self reinforcement model. Better students attract better partners, which leads to better outcomes, strengthening the academic reputation. Let us see some of the global success stories. This isn't a theory. Let's look at the mechanics of proven systems. The first one is Germany's dual system. This refers to Germany's highly successful vocational education and training (VET) system. It is often cited as a world standard model for preparing skilled labor. The system is dual because it involves two places of learning: 50% in school and 50% in company. Students receive theoretical education and general studies at a vocational school, and they spend the other half of their time as paid apprentices, gaining hands on practical experience in a real company. And what is the significance? This close collaboration between the schools and the companies ensures that the skills students learn are highly relevant to the actual demands of the job market, resulting in low youth unemployment and a highly competitive skilled workforce. And the second one was Canada's University of Waterloo co-op program. This highlights the cooperative education, that is co-op program, pioneered by the University of Waterloo, which is one of the largest in the world. The co-op program integrates academic study with alternating paid work terms or placements in relevant industries. The students typically complete 5 to 6 work terms over the course of their degree, allowing them to graduate with up to 2 years of paid work experience. And what is the significance here? This proves students with an immediate career advantage, networking opportunities, and a better understanding of their field before graduation. The pay from the work terms also helps fund their education. And the third one is USA, Stanford, and Silicon Valley. This describes the unique high-tech economic hub centered around Stanford University in Northern California. The relationship is a symbiotic ecosystem. The cutting edge research, technology, and talent developed within Stanford University are not kept strictly academic. This research and the talent directly feeds into the tech startups founded by faculty, students, and alumni. And the significance of this is the proximity and the institutional support for entrepreneurship creates a powerful cycle of innovation. New ideas are rapidly commercialized, leading to the creation of global influential tech companies like Google, Yahoo, etc. And the resulting wealth and success then feed back into the university through endowments and further research funding. We can replicate this success. It won't be easy. The challenges are real, but they are manageable. The challenges we face are mitigating culture clash. Industry moves fast, universities move slow. We need patience. Establish a liaison officer role on both sides, one person in the company and one in the university whose sole job is to manage the partnership. And about the IP rights, who owns the code as student rights? Decide this before you start. Use standard pre-approved memorandums of understanding MOUs that default IP rights to the company in exchange for guaranteed funding or student hiring rights. Clarity prevents paralysis. And sustainability, you don't let the partnership die after the photo op. And measuring impact, tie the partnership to a specific measurable objective like reduce new hire training time by 40% using pre-trained graduates. Now let us look into the implementation roadmap. So what do you do tomorrow? We can follow this roadmap. And the first step is align. Form your advisory board, audit your curriculum, focus on forming IABs, auditing 50% of the curriculum. And next, engage. Start small with guest lectures. Launch 10 pilot guest lecture programs. Then integrate. Formalize internships and capstone projects. Integrate a mandatory capstone project in three major departments. Establish one joint research center of excellence. And the fourth step is scale. Build centers of excellence and develop standard IP agreements, intellectual property agreements. So this is a journey, but you must take the first step. This is not a giant leap. It is a series of small, measurable strategic steps. If you remember nothing, remember this. The skill gap is real. The 21st century skills, 4Cs, IMT, flips are the solution. Collaboration must be transformational, not transactional. We are building the architects of the future. To conclude, the future of both education and industry depends on our ability to cooperate. The 21st century skills are
collaboration in the industry, what their industry actually expecting.
We know now the AI, development of AI, and what are the development, the new technologies arriving, and all these, the companies expected the new hires to have all these skills. They expect them to know all these. Only then the the hiring is possible, and the students will get jobs in those companies. They are not expecting the people, the students or the employees to know just AI. They know they need the hires how to handle AI, how to use AI to do their jobs. That is what they expect.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Ma'am, I am Armu Swami.
Yes, sir.
Madam, Madam, Unlimited College of Education, Madam Sheila, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How are
sir.
you?
Madam, very useful seminar, Madam.
Thank you,
I am
sir.
driving, Madam. Madam,
Okay,
thank
sir.
you. Sheila, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, Madam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation. Participants, in case if you have any queries, you can ask the resource person. The resource person will be glad to answer all your queries. And thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation. Sister, can we go for the closing?
Yes. If there are no questions,
Yes. Thank you, Sheila ma'am, for responding to the questions. We thank all the participants for showing your enthusiasm and interest to reskill and upskill through this national level faculty development program. Kindly fill the feedback form come attendance form for the 4th day of this FDP. The Google link has been posted in the chat box. E-certificates will be provided to the participants once we receive all the feedback forms filled for all the 5 sessions. We look forward to your presence tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the session on soft skills and positive psychology for holistic professional success by Dr. Sister M. Irde Mary, the principal in charge from Stella College of Education. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
yeah.